Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to the first take. I'm Ed Reese, and today something I'm real excited for, something I've been looking forward to for years. After what feels like forever, Paul Greengrass has returned to the director's chair, and Matt Damon has returned to the stone-faced government assassin, which is Jason Bourne. There's a point where I never think this was gonna happen. Did not think, especially after Bourne Legacy, that horrible movie. I even tried to convince myself it wasn't that bad. Went back to watch it again. Even worse than I thought. Even worse. But yeah, let's see what new realms these two have brought to the character. After the third one, after Bourne Supremacy, it had a satisfying end for me, you know. It didn't need more. It didn't need to be dragged out. So I don't know what they're gonna add new to it and warrant it to be a justifiable sequel. What's the story gonna be? So let's check it out, man. Let's get the volume up.
I know who I am.
When we are finished with you, you'll no longer be yourself.
That's it.
I remember. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
Tell me.
Tell us.
It's just been hacked. Could be worse than Snowden.
Facial recognition got a hit.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Why would it come back now?
Yeah, it is.
There's a demonstration in front of the Greek Parliament building. I think she'll use it as cover.
They tracked you. We gotta move.
I think they'd learn.
He's seen things. He knows things. What if he's not coming for us? What if it's something else?
I volunteered. Because of a lie. This is Jason Bourne. I need to talk.
32 kills. People are safer because of what you did.
Stop fucking chasing me then. What the fuck?
You're never gonna find any peace. Not till you admit to yourself who you really are.
Jason Bourne, baby. July, it's not even that far away. I'm gonna love this. I'm gonna love this for real, because I love the character, I love the world. How long can they keep doing this though? As far as like why are they still chasing? Like, is that the case where will they never learn the lesson? It looks like we have new people in charge of everything now, so as far as the government agents that we see. So I guess they haven't really learned, or they're not paying attention to the lessons of the people who were before them, the corrupt government agents that were, you know, pulling the strings of everything that was happening before. But it has to come to a point where it's just like, alright, just, dude, he seems to just be kind of doing his own thing. He isn't going to any foreign governments. It's been, God knows, a fucking decade now. He hasn't said shit to no one. We haven't heard anything. So let's just let him live. Just let him do his thing. But no, they keep fucking chasing him. And everyone keeps getting their ass kicked. Just the medical bills alone of all the agents with their broken bones and jaws, and the fucking dead agents that they have to fucking scrape off sidewalks and shit. Remember the guy dived out the window in the first film that he fucked up with a fucking pen? Was it a pen? Yeah, it was a fucking pen. Ridiculous. Loved it. So yeah, it comes to a point like, how long can they just keep doing it? How long can he live like this? Like, there has to be a point where he just gets, because you're not living, he's not living. He has no life, truly. would you ever get to a point where you're not living, you can't have friends, you can't really enjoy yourself, you can't see your family, no loved ones, you literally just hopping from one back alley hole to another? Is there a point where you just get sick of it and you're just like, oh fuck this shit? Either just surrender or fucking top yourself. Like there has to be a point where you just give up. But Bourne's still going, baby, still going. I'm actually gonna admit, I would have liked to see a Bourne movie where Bourne is no longer being pursued. Like they've accepted him, he's kind of back on the inside and we get to see Bourne as Nate. But the problem is, doing that would make it maybe too much like James Bond to a degree. But I would just like to see that character, that Bourne character, in a different world, have a different dynamic to how he's treated, because you know we've had him on the run for, let's say, 3.5 movies, because he wasn't in Legacy, but he was referred to, you know, he was this mythical agent who's out there who they just can't seem to get. So he's been on the run all this time, so it'd be nice to see him in a different context, you know, like just either back in with the CIA or whatever sort of shadow subdivision that they had, you know, those agents in, or even have him go to a foreign government, just have that shit, or make him be back with the CIA but then go undercover, you know, in some other fucking government somewhere. I'd like to see him as a legitimate agent and see what those skills are, what all this training has amounted to, not just the fact that he can hide like a motherfucker. Still looks cool, man. It still looks like Bourne, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. They don't seem to be referring to all of that Bourne Legacy bionic genetic engineered soldier shit that they introduced in that, where they basically turn all those characters into superheroes. They kind of seems to have brushed that aside, and we're back to just the man on the run. Dude, is anyone else impressed by Alicia Vikander's American accent? German actress. She's done the British accent very convincingly before. Her accent in this is actually pretty damn solid. Like, it doesn't stand out that she's a CIA agent who isn't American. So it kind of puts that question mark, like, is that likely to be the case? Was that likely? Should she be there? Would that happen in real life? But she pretty convincingly, there's a little tang here and there. She just keeps on going, man. She's an actress that impresses me so much. Greengrass still running around with cameras in his hand, still hasn't really mastered the Steadicam. You know, he just doesn't care. He likes this shit to be frenetic and have the energy of the scene going on with the camera, which some people hate. That was something that became really annoying in the early 2000s. Like, every fight scene, every hand-to-hand fight scene was just all fucking all this shit, and you couldn't see what the fuck was going on. And Greengrass was kind of like the king of that. And he's still kind of there, but it still looks pretty clear to me. Like, I don't know, out of everyone else who was doing it, I didn't really mind Greengrass. I think I could still follow what was going on. I could still follow the action. He rode that thin line. But yeah, as far as this goes, I'm excited. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me. Matt Damon, stone cold as ever. What about you guys? Are you excited for this, or are you burnt out? Are you sick of just seeing that same sort of agent on the run, government's chasing the agent thing that they've been doing for the last, 4 movies, if you're gonna include Legacy as well? Or, could you just keep on watching this shit forever? What do you think about the idea of seeing him in a different context? Like I was saying, seeing what he would be like as a legitimate agent on the inside with that support system around him and other agents, and not having the world as his enemy. What do you think about that? Would you want to watch that, or would you feel too much like Bond? I think I'd be into that, but I don't know. Let me know, guys. Write comments down below. If you like the video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and all that shit. I am Eddie Reese, and this has been my first take to Jason Bourne. He is back, baby. Yes. Did I hear that Moby tune? I didn't, did I? Motherfuckers, they need to keep that shit. That's like the Bond theme, man. That shit needs to be there. I need to hear that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that has to be back there. That better be, or I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. Yeah. Alright, guys.